So before I get to that area of politics that Oba of Benin or Oba is getting involved in politics, so I want to first of all throw this question out. So why Agbon Yoto? So why Agbon Yoto? Only. So you fact check. I want to also send message to the account. Also fact check me. Since we lost our sovereignty in 1897, no Oba of Benin that has not gotten involved in politics. In short, Obas of Benin by birth are politicians. By birth, anybody should fact check me. No Oba of Benin since, I'm talking about Bayaweka II, Oba Akenzwa II, Oba Erediawa, and the current Oba. No Oba. And don't forget, the Oba is the political, traditional, and administrative head of the Edo people. Alright? So since we lost our sovereignty, when they started playing democratic, alright, during the reign of Bayaweka did Otonario in 1933. So am I independence? Am I really was when a politics or man? But be that as it be, the kind of colonial politics that played during when Oba Eweka II was crowned in 1914 to when Otonario in 1933. And the colonial politics of Eweka will play. Then when you're not talking about the democratic politics after we got in our independence, Oba Akenzwa was a master of politics. Alright? Oba Erediawa also play politics. We are going to look at all of that. So why shouldn't Oba Eweka play politics? When the Oba of Benin is the political head, the traditional, administrative, political, cultural head of the Edo people. So why shouldn't he play politics? So, like I have said, let them fact check me. These are facts. These are facts. I challenge them to name any Oba from creation or that has never played politics. So we want to start dealing. We are no longer. They said we should start dealing with facts. We want to start dealing with facts. So that is what Izodua have said. There is no Oba Benin that has never got involved in politics, that doesn't play politics. Anybody can fact check me. Oba Erediawa. Should we not be remind them what was the Ibinediamwe Egwari Kotiba? What was the culmination of Oyegumedia? Benini Ayaladia, well, all of those things not politically undertuned. So we're going to talk about that. During the time of Oba Erediawa, you were hearing the Esok Bank's announcement on political matters. Abi, Abi any politics? Okay. So why should Oba Eweka be so Oba Eweka want to be? You people want to now boss him to a corner. On a politics in Egwani play moving forward. So, like I said, fact check. Don't talk briefly. We are talking about facts. So if any of you comes out, if Obaseki comes out or any of you, when I mean most of his following am year school. So if any of you come out to fact check and come out and say the Tory, then we'll enter history. So Yasevana will give more details. We'll give more details about that. Right? Now they talked about the withheld salary and politics. Why I heard one someone said, why do Oba of Benin get involved in politics? At the beginning, I have said it that I put a question out. I put a question out for free. I put a question out for free. Tell me the name of any Oba who has reigned in Benin Kingdom that has not gotten involved in politics. Tell me the name of any Oba. Let me make it easy for you. From Oba Vorame up, when we were a sovereign nation, the Oba has always been the political head of the Edo people. So that means Oba himself is politics. So now, let me take it closer from the little ones you don't know. Akenzwa II. Sorry, Eweka II. Akenzwa II, right? By Erediawa. Then Oba Eweka, right? During the reign of Oba Eweka Otorioro in 1933. The kind of politics that was in vogue was a colonial government politics, and which at that time Oba Eweka was highly involved in the politics of the colonial government. That's a statement of fact. That means he was a politician in its own right. Then let's come to Akenzwa II. Akenzwa II led a political movement that led to the emancipation of Midwest referendum. He was also a politician. 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 Osas E, show me the book, you read it. Provide evidence. Show me facts, not be cho. I agree, but show me book. Accusation against Ago is written in books. So that's the difference. We don't speak rhetorics. Bring the books. It's fact. Bring facts. Bring facts. And show the books it was recorded. Let's be dealing with facts. Anything not having a source is show. Narumo. You understand? Narumo. Anything when not a book at all, Narumo. So anything I'm not who are I believe in ya, who want to Wazwa. Let them bring books. Who recorded it? Because you cannot tell me. In short, this was as E. I heard that your father slept with a younger sister to give birth to you. This was as E, not buried that era. All over care or tune and not see me, and I be well. So what evidence do you have? Bring evidence. That's what we want to hear. Not be cho. Evidence did. So I think I've answered that politics. So Obas Benin, I have said of the 4 Obas, since we lost our sovereignty. Alright? Since we lost our sovereignty, every Obas have participated in politics, right? So that's statement of fact. So Obai, whether you call him a politician or not, he will participate in politics to protect his kingdom. So I've answered that one. All right. Now with third salary, I want to answer that one. That it already 1 billion, it already 2 billion, it already 3 billion, it already 4 billion, it already 5 billion, it already 6 billion. Okay, I want to answer that one. Let's put it this way. Let's be expository in our thought formulations and patterns. Let's be expository in our thought. If they not provide evidence, it means say not the book, not be evidence. Or they attack me area or Indian or dege a matter. So let's provide evidence. The with third salary. This is a question. I'll ask them a question. If they answer it, if they're able to answer it, that means they have answers to the question. Now, the Enigi are the appointees. Of the Obas of Benin. Just like commissioners, SSA, SA are the appointees of Godwin Obaseki. During when Godwin Obaseki was the governor, look at it though. During when Godwin Obaseki was the governor, I heard, I'm not a politician, I heard that he distributed about 500 to 1,000 letters of appointment to different SAs and SSAs for over 1 year. He didn't pay them salary. Don't forget, SAs and SSAs are appointees of Godwin Obaseki. Just like Enigi are the appointees of the Obas of Benin. Do you understand? Appointees in Yabahin. Obama appointed Enogi. Let nobody deceive anybody. They are appointees. When I say ye or commissioner, I say commissioner, chiefs or commissioner. When I say your SSC. So Obaseki gave more than 500 to 1,000. I heard. Obama paying salary for over 1 year. Now, do you think being appointees, giving an appointment letter without salary, that it is justifiable for SSA or SA to petition Godwin Obaseki to President Buhari or President Tinubu that being that we are his appointee, or ma pay my salary o run dani federal government why get pay FAC. You go knock a federal government today and take pay Edo state government. Why get pay Edo state government here? Do the SAs or the SSA have that right? Do the SAs and SSAs have that right? Nobody should call anybody Oyomba here, please. I'm also that's my fifth That's my fifth thing that we have to address. That propellers, strategy, and the organ battle. This is strictly academical. All right. Okay, if Idu Owubu, if it is yes, why didn't the SSAs and SAs that Ogodun Obaseki gave letter for over 500 to 1,000, why did they petition Obaseki to President Tinubu or President Buhari? If it's in the constitution, yes, beautiful. There is no constitution, any gazetted constitution, anywhere that states that the Oba of Benin must pay salary to the Enigi. There is appointees. Just like there is nowhere it is written in any constitution that the Oba of Benin must pay salary to the chiefs. The way Obaseki can sack his commissioner, the way Obaseki can sack his SAs, is the same way the Oba of Benin, by traditional law, can sack his Enigi or his chiefs. Ask your I even know ya. Ask your I ultimate part for man. Worry. I asked a question. I didn't see your question. You understand? So, if Obaseki could own salary and not pay people who were constitutionally elected as House of Assembly members, constitutionally, commissioners are not constitutional. He can hire and fire, just like the Oba Benin can hire and Enugu and fire. Let's use the same idea that paying them salary is of the free will volition of the Oba of Benin. Is of the free will volition. There is appointee. Just like you cannot hold Obaseki responsible for not paying any of his commissioner salary or any of his SSs or SS salaries for that period of the time that he gave them an appointment letter. So when I get suspended, I will get nania. And I salary. They got me paying salary. If you love them that much, with all the money, no go. When no you pay ania, abi go get phone. If you love them that much, this is now he has to show them more love. Or have a meet and greet in me. No volume. There's volume. If there's no volume, let me. You understand? So have a meet and greet in me. Many are with donation because you like having any gain. Let them do donation. Now pay having any salary. Because the one who appointed them, or we money and paying salary. So many of you see here. Let many of you see here. We paying salary because they are his appointees. Just like the way Obaseki had appointed those SSs and SSs and he didn't pay them salary for almost 1 year. I had friends. He had a letter packet on my appointee and nobody took him to court. Nobody arrested him or nobody petitioned him to the president. So it's the same law. The Nigerians are appointees of the Oba of Benin. He can hire and fire. When I mean fire, that is suspend. Because it's a hereditary title. So he can hire and fire. I can decide to say, for doing this or doing this, I'm not going to pay you this salary. And it is his choice. If they don't want that, you no genamun, you can go and drop it. I think I've dealt with that. I've dealt with the issue of salary. I've dealt with the issue of politics. Okay. Don't mind now. Everybody knows that Artifan will not reach your hand. That shit has nothing to do with politics. That shit has nothing to do with politics. That shit has nothing to do with politics. Everyone knows that because of the Artifan dinner, He said, look at this, that it should help, that the Oba of Benin should destroy the Edo people. I don't understand. Has the Oba of Benin ever impeded, tell me in one statement, how the Oba of Benin has ever impeded the growth of any Benin man? I want you to tell me. Let's reason like adults. Has the Oba of Benin stop you from getting a job? Did the Oba of Benin stop you from going to the university, to the primary school, to the secondary school, to the university? Has the Oba of Benin stop your father from marrying your mother? Has the Oba of Benin stopped that the property that you bought, that you couldn't get it? Don't forget, you are free to take every single matter that you believe to court. If you feel that the palace does not mean anything to you, you are free to take the matter to court. The palace has never impeded any growth of any Benin man till now. Except you have to prove it with facts. Tell me one man that the palace has impeded its growth. The palace issue with Obaseki is simple. Godwin. Artifact in let me talk about the artifact. This one is very important. You know Obaseki is a very cunning man. He's giving a narration and saying that those artifacts that were stolen were carted away, that it belongs to Edo people. Now, one of me most okay, all you have man the meet and greeting. Now, this is the question. The question is very simple. Obaseki was a very prominent Benin man at that time. Very prominent. You know, I've read so much about him just now. Why didn't the Obaseki family, of all the 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 artworks that was stolen, why is it that one single one does not belong to the Obaseki family, that Obaseki family can identify as their property? The Ariegbe family, let them identify one of the artifacts. One of the artifacts in Aduvioni. Many had to identify Okpa way that belongs to their family. Let's start from there. Let's leave every other Benin. Let's not draw other Benin family from inside. He was not a chief, was not a prominent chief. Eraminokwa was not a prominent chief. My great grandfather was not a prominent chief. So 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 but what I am saying, let's start from Obaseki's family. Let them come out and say that so thing was stolen from our shrine. And we can identify it amongst the numerous artworks. So because of that, since it's our property, it does not belong to the Oba. Let's start from their family. Let's start from there. Let them ask that, your great grandfather was a very prominent man. Very prominent man. Very prominent man. All the artworks each family has. So if it was not stolen from Obaseki's family, how did you think it would have been stolen from other people's family? So that is the question. We should be asking question. This is not the year for slavery. When slave in Atimai, but they also don't know that they are bigger slave. In short, why slave in Mahin? Oh yeah, Mumui slave. Because me, I ask questions. And I get answers. That's why I'm able to speak. Why can't they also ask that? Godwin, where those artifacts does not belong to the Ole or the Oba. Those artifacts of each other family's houses. Okay. Your great grandfather was a very prominent chief in Benin Kingdom. Unwe artifact in Adulovio or Ira or belong to Egbera. Let's start from there. That's the first question people should ask him. That if he is able to answer it, then I will agree. And when he answer it, he will have to bring evidence. So when he's able to answer it and provide evidence, then we will not come out and say, why I talk about artifact in Noro Wapanya Amieso Lao Amieso Uwe or so on it never a Boba Sek Okekba. I will turn you away, okay. Eva, Onake, Ebonakba, Ona. So let all the Benin chiefs now come out and their children, most especially in the meet and greet. Let them now come out and start coming out to identify the artworks now of each family house. Me, I want to lead that protest. That a protest of identify everybody's artifact. Because he knows that most of you that goes for his meet and greet are stupid. That is why he's telling you that the artifact belongs to Edo people. How did the artifact belong to Edo people? You understand? One in school. You know the way meet and greet. I've been here at London. What the ticket, man? One invitation, many are there with you. You don't know a time. I've been a Otehaya no or Dewaga. Or Dewaga, or what day? Or four, or what's one, or Marwell. We have facts. Let him provide the fact where it was written. Now, there were authors. Some of these artifacts were taken from. But these authors were special authors dedicated to the worshipping of the royal ancestry. There was, for example, they got some Unwilaho from Iyoba Palace. The Iyoba Palace originally had 16 shrines. 16 shrines. I'm not telling you vague. I'm telling you fact. Yoruba Palace used to have originally has 16 shrines. Now, some Unwilaho were carted away from this Yoruba. Now, for the fact that Uselu people or Baoge Yoruba, does that mean that the artworks, the artifacts in Oreva, those spiritual materials in Oreva belongs to the Uselu people? Gumek Baoge does not mean you own it. Gumek Baoge does not mean you own it. Gumek Baoge does not mean you own it. So because some were taken from the Yoruba Palace, from the 16 shrines found in the Yoruba Palace, then you now say that if you say Lonyawa, Anyagu Yoruba, because Uselu people are Yoruba, so Uselu people automatically now owns those artworks. That's the logic. Some of few chiefs around forestry in Guisi, New Lagos Road, Nevins, the palace of Ogefa, Nozebere no Mwekbo. There were some artworks that were stolen, but these artworks was a gift given to them to use to propitiate the royal ancestry. It was not their properties. And moreover, it was a treasonable offense to even have artworks in your house, if not permitted as a gift from the Oba, all right, to the Benin people, to very few. And in Nahana, who were almost 2%. These numbers, Nahana, almost 2% of the total numbers of these artworks. And moreover, that 2% were also properties of the Oba Benin, given to these very few chiefs. Do you understand? This is how you answer questions. We have dealt with Atifatabi. I might do it. I was supposed to still talk about 3 other topics. I was supposed to talk about Godwin Obaseki meet and greet, the hidden agenda strategy to copy down. I'm going to waive that because there's no time. It's exhausting talking for this long. Then propellers with strategy and the Ogamba tag. Please. I want to talk a little bit of this. I know you people will not listen to me, but I want to say this. The Benins cannot all agree. Never a time in the history of this land that every single Benin man supported the Oba of Benin. Never a time. If anybody tells you otherwise, it's not true. Even at the Hay years, where the Oba Benin was everything, before the independence was lost in 1897, there were still Benin people who revolted. So, but it doesn't make them less of a Benin. It is what ensures that the democratic practices, the original traditional democratic practices that enshrined in the Trado Constitution of the Edo people, not the British Constitution now, was shaping properly. So that means for what I believe and you believe, could be different, but it doesn't make us not Benin people. Donata, I don't buy me bavier. The only Benin people I have issues with, if you know get why. But if you disagree that Omo shouldn't have done this, it's fine. It's your opinion. I have my opinion as well. It doesn't make you less of a Benin. For someone disagrees with me, it does not make him an Ogyomba. Please, I'm going to a point. We should not be tagging people Ogyomba. Please. Oma, if someone posts what you don't like, I see that a lot. I block them. If it's some people like when Polosa Wekaji, I couldn't tolerate him because I've warned him 1,000 times. I just blocked him. Not that I've been there block because I see him when he supports Obaseki. I don't hold that against him. It is not in my place to do that. That's his opinion. I'm not angry about it, because that's his opinion. But when I also now will not support the palace, or as a Benin, I don't even need to support the palace. When I now see that what Obaseki is doing is wrong, and I criticize him and I lambast him, then you now come to my own post to not be saying that, why would I be lambasting Obaseki? But whereas you have been supporting, when you were supporting him, I didn't come to your post and say that Eminana is wrong. I don't go to people's post. When you not do that, I feel offended and I block you. Because that is too harsh to say by a Benin person. So any ogunte mogun bomana mark unsuka bread oba block him oba unsuka bread wa block unsuka bread wa block him man unsuka bread sir oba block him. You understand? So please, I know how painful it seems, but avoid very or deep igbe gemeni deep igbe no allow whittle down it. If you tell normal you wa, all right, block them, pray for them, all right. But it doesn't change the fact that they have been, I've always been saying this. For the fact that Godwin Obaseki is a bad person does not mean. At the beginning of the video, I said that Otima Way video saying that I said that correct, but that was half of the story. The full story is that originally through one of the ancestors. For the fact that I do not like one or two persons within the Obaseki family does not mean the entire Obaseki family is bad. No. And that does not also make me a judge on their matter. I'm only dealing with Awo because of the fact of the lie they got doing. The only three people I can judge based on historical antecedent is Awo Obaseki, Gaius Obaseki, and Godwin Obaseki. Every other person I cannot judge them. Do you understand? So please, let us re-strategize. Those who are pro-palace, let us re-strategize. Let us re-strategize. Get there, be strategize. See, the issue behind us, the meet and greet, is an agenda of plan A and plan B. Obaseki is going to execute plan A and is going to execute plan B. All these things going on social media is not going to make us counter his plan. Why? I'm saying why? Because this fight, because I would much later I will talk about it. You people go and open a WhatsApp group and re-strategize. I will tell you the strategy of how we can counter this demonic agenda against the throne. Not even against the throne per se, against the people. See, this is what I have noticed about Godwin. He is most dangerous when he's not talking. That is when he is most that is when he's most naked. Again, you're not making a mistake on Agua. He makes more mistake when he talks. He's more calculative and strategic when he's not talking. I have known that about him. So whenever he's not talking, I am trying to pay attention to the reason why he's not talking. And whenever he talks, his talk makes him vulnerable, but sets the ball in motion. He sets the ball in motion. And he's very calculative about what he says, even when it is at his weakest point. Now, to defeat that kind of a man, don't follow him to make the same noise. Don't make the same noise. Don't make the same noise with him. Also be as strategic as he is. I know why he's doing meet and greet. He's 10 steps ahead. And funny enough, I'm 20 steps ahead of him. So, I kiti na like is the master of kill and divide. The indirect rule. He had mastered the British indirect rule system in Nigeria. He studied it to perfection. So when you read Igba's first work, you discovered how the British perfected indirect rule. It is the same divide and rule system that he uses. He strives when there is disunity amongst the people. It cannot survive when there is unity. It does not survive anywhere people are happy and united. It does not. That is not his terrain. He strives where there is disunity. So as there is disunity now, he's happy. Alright? He doesn't like that terrain. That terrain doesn't favor him. So let's go back to our drawing board. Let's strategize. This gidi is playing to his own. You understand? Why I no longer speak concerning him is because it's actually what he wants. But because he attacked our history, and that's why I'm repelling him, that the history that you have said is wrong. This is the history. And for the fact that he said that we should fact check him, that's why I came to fact check you, so that people does not think he's not intelligent. Man, not take classics. That way, man, you tell electrical engineering, me first class, and total you not take classic in Apple, but look not go as ebo with logo na z. Ebo with logo na z. Ebo. I was showing Kai show I say Yoruba ya was like say 20. Now they are professors of English and literature. Yeah, professor. In short, we take class and go be Arabic 227. So automatically first class electrical engineer. Any do total ya but hey, he speaks English. 8 years he spent as a Benin man. He could not provide solutions to the problems. He called them progressives. He could not provide progressive solutions to his people for 8 years. He has left. A year later, he's now having solution to his problems. Is he coming to do third term again? Is he coming to do third term again? Automatically, he's now having solution for every problem. Don't forget, he once said, I cannot be a governor and not be a governor. So, are you not expecting that Okpebholo can be a governor and not be a governor? Okpebholo should be a governor and also be a governor. So, it's accountability. So, you take classic, you need to who are base ever. I know it message, show engineer, professor, I was what? You know, I was but when he says any lie, you people or what or told why blow you cannot question him that okay, your excellency sir, or your former excellency sir, former excellency no. So your former excellency sir, this thing that you have said, can you provide evidence for it? At least we should know. You should provide evidence for what you have said. Why not? Why not? But my what talking about why we know provide evidence. Everything I've said today concerning our Obas, I provided evidences, tons of it. You should provide one for him. Then who will provide evidence? He will not provide. So who is not a slave? Who is not a slave amongst us? You listening to someone and you cannot ask him that what are the facts on this? Because according to you people, you said the era of being a slave is past. So that means you are self-enlightened. When you are enlightened, it means that you should be able to question and verify things that come from people's mouths. Everything that I have said against Agwa Obaseki is verifiable. I can give you references and sources of materials of where I got these things from, where I got all of these things from. Everything that he has said, let him also provide sources. Like that idiot, not a great grandson of Obavora. Let him also provide sources to back. I provided sources as to the reason why Eweka gave Princess Ebose to Agwa Obaseki. I provided sources in 1918. I provided sources. And I said it was not out of love. It was out of coercion. It was out of frustration. So you guys don't question. My guana wide over provide evidence. Evidence is bokwa. Evidence is bokwa. I be more even time. I go no really 200. If you want to get that book, it is written in the lives and times of Dohonuma. The son of Dohonuma actually wrote the life of time of his own father, Ebeniro. Do me igual anyway. Nto bo wetie. Obi gbon me na Agwa Obaseki do ya bribe erin £20 sterling. £20 sterling. You understand? £20 sterling she pay 2,200 pounds sterling. Or say I have bribe over there and have ego lasagna as I don't die. When I have a guy came if you ye or as I don't die, where are you more? Don't know is a great man. How about the guy need 200? How about the guy? How about 200 pounds sterling? How about the these are facts. I be boy be bawry.
Una hear wetin the guy talk? He talk say politics not be bad thing. All the Obas, all of them play politics. All the Obas wey don come into existence, all of them play politics. Wetin make a Sama of Benin and the former Oba, wetin make them go court if not be politics? Make una calm down. Una when they complain say Oba na politician, somebody don come clear now when they talk about history. In talk say Oba of Benin is a politician that they involve for politics. Now their way, not being start time, not be Oba Eware start time, that they happen before. So somebody don't prove her now. People when they say no, Oba not be politician, make una stop. No, somebody don't come talk and say it dey history. Oba of Benin, all of them play politics. No more Oyomba if you talk Oba na politician. It dey history say Oba play politics. And your first time of coming across my YouTube, make una help me subscribe. Edo World TV for more updates.